caught from the darkest corners of the web, these videos were never meant to go public. They feature chilling moments, creepy figures, and disturbing encounters that scream danger. So hang on tight, because what you're about to see isn't just spooky, it's deeply unsettling.
Sound Russian?
How could I sound anything, silly?
One guy went through the scariest night of his life. Out of nowhere, this eerie woman showed up in his room. She looked human, sure, but the way she moved, off. Like she was being controlled by something invisible. She didn't attack or scream, just leaned in and whispered a warning.
Don't turn on the light.
Are you going to kill me?
No! I mean, yes.
Soft, creepy, and totally otherworldly. Then the footage glitched. That was it. No one ever saw him again. Locals got their hands on the video, but it vanished soon after. His family found a copy. It's all they have now. Him gone without a trace.
I'm plastic. I don't even have a voice box.
Creepy replay. So, here's one that'll seriously mess with your head. A woman sits at this plain table with a weird bowl in front of her. No talking, no music, just total silence. Then she suddenly leans in and shoves her whole face into it. You think that's the creepy part? Nope. The video starts running backward. She pulls away, sits back up, and even her voice plays in reverse. Right when it ends, it starts again. Same moves, same weirdness, over and over. It's like the video's stuck in some kind of spooky time loop, and you're trapped right there with it. Haunted gym. Cops showed up to a call they'd never forget. At this public park, one of those outdoor gym machines was moving, slow and steady, like someone invisible was getting a workout in. No wind, no one was around. Just this creepy, smooth motion. They caught it all on video. Totally freaked out. Then they found out the land used to be a graveyard. The bodies were moved years ago, but maybe something stayed. After that, the park got shut down. Whether it was a glitch or a ghost, nobody's been brave enough to stick around and see if it starts moving again. Sleep horror. This woman had a weird feeling something was off while she slept, so she set up a camera just to be safe. The next morning, she hit play and instantly froze. What she saw didn't even look like her. Her face twisted in ways that didn't seem human, and her body jerked around like a puppet on strings. It was like something had taken over her while she slept. Total possession vibes. She couldn't believe it. What started as a gut feeling turned into pure horror. And trust me, what happened after that? Even creepier than what she caught on tape. Graveyard grab. A group of boys thought it'd be fun to mess around in an old graveyard, but they got way more than they expected. One of them decided to lie down in an open grave to film a video. Out of nowhere, something yanked his shirt hard. There was no one around. He shot up, his face drained of color, as if something had grabbed him from the dirt. The air around them grew heavy, and no one dared move. Terrified, they ran. But even after they left, the boy couldn't shake the feeling that something unseen had followed him, and it wasn't letting go. Unseen horror. Everyone expected ghosts in the old abandoned house, but what the explorer found was way worse. As he moved through the crumbling halls, something stirred behind the wall. His camera shook as he crept closer. Then, from the darkness, something appeared. Large black eyes, reddish skin, and definitely not human. Some say places left untouched for too long attract things that don't belong to our world. Without a second thought, the explorer turned and bolted, praying whatever it was wasn't following him. No one knows what happened after that. The footage cuts off, leaving one terrifying question. Did he escape? The Visitor. This chilling recording made its way across the internet. A man noticed something odd outside his front door. A pale, human-like shadow standing still beyond the glass. Before he could process it, the shadow vanished. But then, the door creaked open by itself. No one was there, but fresh footprints stained the floor. The house had a dark past. Someone had taken their last breath in the living room long ago. Some say the spirit still lingers, showing itself only on stormy nights. The man wasn't sticking around to find out. His hands trembled as he dialed for a priest. The wake. CCTV footage from a Russian morgue left everyone speechless. The room was silent, with a body lying still under a white sheet. Then, out of nowhere, a hand gripped the cloth, and the figure slowly sat up, pulling the sheet away from its face. After a brief moment, the man climbed off the bed and walked away. It seemed impossible, until the truth came out. The man had catalepsy, a rare condition that made his heartbeat so slow it couldn't be detected, making him appear dead. While science had an explanation, no one was ready to see someone rise from the dead. Wall stalker. A man posted a video online claiming strange things had been happening in his house for weeks. A few days later, while going through security footage, he saw something that stopped him cold. A dark figure was stuck to his wall at an unnatural angle, its long hands reaching out and eyes glowing like bright dots. It looked like nothing from this world. He couldn't shake the feeling that this entity was the cause of all the odd disturbances he'd been experiencing. He felt sure it was the thing that had been haunting his home. And now it was caught on tape. Midnight replay. And this happened after midnight. One man walking down an empty street, completely alone. Security footage caught every step, right up to the moment a motorcycle came flying out of the darkness. But as it reached him, gone. Just like that. No impact. No trace, just a weird blur on the screen, and dead silence. Locals say the same thing happened years ago, a deadly crash no one ever talks about. Now people whisper the road is cursed, like the past keeps replaying for anyone brave or unlucky enough to pass by. Some say it's a warning, others say it's an invitation. Caged creature.
They got this really weird creature caged up. Looks like some sort of deformed human.
A YouTuber posted a video from a Romanian zoo, and it blew up fast, but not for the animals. People paused on one creepy frame, a thin, pale figure crouched in a cage. Its eyes were pitch black, staring right into the camera like it knew you were watching. It didn't act human or animal. It clawed at the bars, like it wanted out or wanted someone in. Then the footage was cut out, just like that. Days later, the zoo was shut down. No answers, no trace. And now folks are wondering, was that thing ever meant to be found? Temple shadow. Locals always warned folks to stay clear of that old temple, but this guy didn't believe in stories. That changed the second a shadow crossed his path. One that didn't belong to him. At first, he brushed it off, but it followed and twisted like it had a mind of its own. The air turned heavy, and each step felt harder than the last. Then he realized he'd stepped too close to something buried near the entrance. Something ancient, something waiting. He didn't turn around. He knew once certain things are let loose, they never really stop chasing you. Street cryptid. On a busy street, a guy noticed something that nobody else did. Under a flickering street lamp stood a tall, thin figure. Its neck moved in a slow, unnatural twist, and its hands traced strange shapes in the air, almost like it was casting a spell. Strangely, no one else seemed to notice it, just him. Later, more people from different cities claimed to see the same figure, same shape, same movements. So, tell me guys, if it's not real, why do so many people keep seeing the exact same thing? glitch entity. This one's straight up nightmare fuel. A regular security cam catches a guy walking down the street. Nothing weird at first, but mid-step, his body starts glitching like something out of a broken video game. Then, boom, he just melts into a shadow and disappears. No sound, no trace, like he was never there. Locals say the spot's cursed now. Some think it was a ghost. Others say it was a shapeshifter caught slipping. Whatever it was, it left people freaked out and avoiding that road after dark. No one's figured it out. Just a spooky clip and a shadow that shouldn't be. Treehouse horror.
Bang Anton, jangan terlalu dekat Bang Anton, mundur Bang Anton.
Some brave souls, while exploring the woods, came across this creepy, rotting treehouse hidden away. Inside, not Bigfoot. Something worse. It looked half dead, pale, with wild hair covering its face. Then it moved, crawling weirdly, lifting its hands like it was casting a spell or something. The explorer suddenly dropped, completely frozen. The footage cuts off right there. No one knows what happened after that, but locals started whispering, saying it was a swang, a shapeshifter that pretends to be human to trap its prey. What did it turn into after that? Honestly, no one's been brave enough to find out. Garden guest. One afternoon, a family was having a good time in their backyard when the daughter began whispering to no one. At least, that's what her dad thought. Curiously, he called her over, and she came running, giggling like nothing was wrong. But when he looked at where she'd been standing, he froze. The plants were moving, but there was no breeze. And for a split second, he saw it. Long hands and a hairy face, just watching. Some say kids see things we can't. If that's true, who or what was having that little chat with her? Twisted presence. Some videos are so creepy that they just stick in your head like a nightmare you can't shake. And this one is straight up disturbing. It began in a barely lit room. Someone stood with their back to the camera. At first, nothing seemed strange, but then things got weird. Its skull looked too smooth, too long. Out of nowhere, its neck twisted in a way no neck should. Its head snapped around. Those eyes, pure black, completely empty. People debated, was it a demon, a djinn, something else? No one knew. And the person who filmed it disappeared, just gone, like they were never here. Vanished watchers. While checking out an old monument, a traveler stopped to admire a stone statue of a man. Nothing strange, until it felt like the eyes were staring back. The longer he looked, the more real it felt. Then he noticed her, a woman nearby, smiling way too wide, just standing there, watching him. It gave him chills. He reached for his camera, hoping to get proof. But when he looked again, they were both gone. No statue, no woman, just empty space. Still that creepy feeling of being watched? It stuck with him, even long after he left the place. Tiny shadows. A driver was filming an empty street late at night, lit only by a single street lamp. At first, it looked totally normal, quiet and still. But then, two small figures showed up in the distance. They moved like people, but were way too tiny to be human. It was weird. They looked like they were talking or doing something together. But once the camera zoomed in, they took off fast, like they knew they were being watched. Goblins? Spirits? Something else entirely? No one knows. The video left viewers creeped out and seriously questioning what they just saw. Glass visitor.
What? What's wrong with you?
One night, a woman got this awful feeling, like something was staring at her. She glanced toward the glass door and froze. Standing there was this creepy, doll-like figure, not moving, just watching. Then its lips started moving. It was talking.
What?
Talk to my daughter.
Asking to come inside.
Let me inside.
Before she could react, it slammed its tiny fists against the glass, hard, over and over. She bolted, locked herself in her room, and tried to block out the whispers and tapping that echo through the house all night. By morning, nothing. No footprints, no doll. But no one in that house ever opened that door again. Braided fear. A dad went looking for his daughter and found her sitting still in a quiet room. Nothing odd, until he saw someone behind her gently braiding her hair. He figured it was a family member, but as he stepped closer, the hands disappeared. Gone. No one else was there, just his daughter. And that old doll in the cupboard, the one that always gave them weird vibes. They'd heard her whispering before, but whenever they checked, she was alone. That night, he locked the doll away, thought it was over, but by morning, it was back, right next to her, smiling like nothing happened. Sleep experiment. The Russian sleep experiment is one of those stories that'll make you question how far we're willing to push the limits. 3 soldiers volunteered for a crazy study, locked in a sealed room with no sleep. At first, they seemed fine, but soon, things got weird. They started talking to themselves, begging for sleep, acting strange. By the 23rd day, when the scientist opened the door to check on them, they looked different, almost unrecognizable. Something had gone horribly wrong. But what exactly happened in that room? It's still a mystery, one that'll keep you up at night, wondering. Forest watchers.
Allahu Akbar. Astaghfirullahalazim.
A villager, just out for his daily walk, felt an unsettling presence. And that's when he spotted 2 pale figures hiding behind the trees. Their long ears twitched, and their hollow eyes glowed faintly in the dim light. His heart raced. Before he could react, they vanished into the shadows, disappearing as if they were never there. He stood frozen, unsure if what he'd seen was real or something waiting for him to notice. That night, he locked every door, but the feeling of being watched never left.
Oke, saya sambit coba ya. Saya minta doanya teman-teman, saya sambit.
Swing hands. For a family, it was a quiet night until the parents saw their daughter out back, sitting on the old tree swing. At first, nothing seemed off, until they noticed she wasn't holding the ropes. 2 pale hands were. They were wrapped around the swing from behind, but no one else was there. The second they shouted her name, she jumped off. The hands, gone. The air, suddenly thick, like something was watching. Locals always talked about spirits in those trees. That night, the family saw it with their own eyes. They didn't sleep. They didn't wait. They packed and left for good. Not human. A woman spotted something outside her window, and at first, it looked like a little boy, but the longer she watched, the more wrong it felt. Its movements were stiff, like a puppet on broken strings. Its face had no expression, just a weird, blank stare. Then she noticed the arms, too long, with fingers that didn't seem to end. The legs were thin, like they could snap at any second. It looked human. But deep down, she knew it wasn't. Whatever that thing was, it had been trying to act like a kid, and it almost pulled it off. 4-armed witch. A trail cam caught something that no one was ready for. A witch, but not like the ones you've heard about. This one had 4 arms. As the footage rolled, it was clear she wasn't just hanging out. She was deep in the middle of some dark ritual. The extra arms made it all the more disturbing, like she was tapping into something no one should. It wasn't just creepy, it felt wrong, like something was lurking beneath it. Was it witchcraft? Or is there something far darker at play here, in those woods? Endless night. Nightmares end when you wake up, unless they follow you. A guy was lying on his bed, trying to sleep, when a shadow slithered across the wall. His heart skipped a beat. Reaching for his flashlight, the door creaked open, then slammed shut, only to open again. That's when he saw it, a towering figure with one glowing eye. A deep, guttural growl filled the room, locking him in place. He tried to move, tried to scream, but the video cut off before anyone saw what happened next. Something was in that room, and it never left. Doll's curse.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my.
A TikToker, Holly Armstrong, was house-sitting for a family over the weekend when she started feeling a strange unease coming from upstairs. It got too intense to ignore, so she decided to check it out. She opened a closet door, and there it was. A doll, sitting there swinging its legs like it was alive. Holly freaked out, screamed, and bolted out of the house. She called the owners terrified, begging to know what was going on. Some think the doll was possessed, others say it's just bad luck. Either way, it was enough to make her run.
It 100% knows that she's there.
Silent cabin. A hiker came across something he was never meant to see. A wooden fence surrounded a small, eerie hut. Inside, someone sat motionless at a table, dressed in red. Their face was unsettlingly doll-like, frozen in an unnatural stillness. Every instinct told him to leave, but as he backed away slowly, a second figure rushed toward him. The video cut off there, leaving everyone wondering what happened next. One thing was clear, though. This wasn't just an abandoned cabin. Something was waiting in those woods, and the hiker had walked right into it. Doll's power.
You like your new toy? What's his name?
Look at this little girl happily talking about her new doll when something bizarre happened. The doll's arm began to move on its own, and before anyone can react, it pushed over a candle sitting right in front of her. It's like the doll's got some dark energy controlling it. Now, what do you think happened? Was the doll reacting to the girl's excitement, or was it jealous? Either way, this definitely crosses the line. It's probably time to get rid of that doll before it takes things way too far.
Alright, well, you're gonna be a good girl today since I bought you the toy? Okay. Promise?
Creepy creature. In a small town in Iran, locals passing by the woods often caught sight of a terrifying humanoid figure that would chase them off. The whole town was on edge, so they decided to put an end to it. One night, a group of them ventured out to catch the creature. After a tense struggle, they finally captured it. Some thought it was a jinn, others believed it was a reptilian. They handed it over to local authorities, but since then, no one knows what happened to it. The mystery remains. Midnight visitor. It was a quiet night for one guy, just relaxing on the couch and watching his show. Then, out of nowhere, his doorbell camera buzzed with a notification. It was past midnight, but his curiosity got the best of him. What did he saw next? Straight up terrifying. A strange figure stood at his door, its eerie eyes staring right into the camera. Before he could react, the creature turned and disappeared into the night. Was it real, or just his mind playing tricks? One thing was for sure, he wasn't sleeping without the lights on after that. Sweet scare. We all know the dark web has its fair share of creepy stuff, but this one really left people shaken. The video showed a distorted, twisted face pressed up against a man's door. But here's the thing. The face wasn't even the worst part. Those long, gnarled fingers stretched over the door, like it was trying to get inside. The face didn't look human, sending chills down anyone who watched. I'm convinced it's a demon haunting the guy's place. Surprisingly, no one knows for sure what it was, making it one creepy mystery that's still unsolved. Lawn mystery. One night, a guy's evening turned into a true nightmare. While he was outside, he saw hands moving like someone was begging for help. Freaked out, he turned on the outdoor light, but when it lit up the area, no one was there. He froze, heart racing, but tried to shake it off and keep going. Just when he thought it was over, a loud knock came at the door. This time, it was way more intense, like something really wanted his attention. He turned the light back on, but the outside was still empty. What was lurking in his lawn? Rooftop cryptid. Strange things are always happening at night, but what this security camera caught was truly disturbing. On the roof, several pale figures were crouched, completely still. Their bodies looked unnaturally thin, and their heads seemed missing, with limbs barely visible in the grainy footage. Then, As if they knew they were being watched, the figures started hopping off the roof, one by one. Their movements were unnatural, too fast, too jerky. The video spread online, sparking theories about skinwalkers. But the real terror? The homeowner didn't check the footage until days later. By then, who knows if they were already inside? Haunting melody. 15 years ago, a video surfaced that still haunts anyone who watches it. In a dimly lit room, a strange figure sat at a piano, its face hidden behind a mask twisted in agony. As it played, the music had this eerie mix of being both haunting and oddly comforting. But what really chills you is the way the figure stares directly into the camera, almost like it's looking into your soul. People joked it was a masked person playing a tune from hell. And after watching, I gotta say, they might be right. Locked horror. A man was alone one night when he heard strange noises from behind a locked door. His curiosity got the best of him, and he went to check it out. What he found was nothing short of terrifying. Behind the bars stood a pale, human-like figure. Its hollow eyes locked onto him. It moved slowly, almost deliberate, creeping closer. Then, with a sudden thrust, it reached through the bars, bony hand outstretched, trying to grab him. He jumped back just in time, heart racing. But what was that thing? And why was it behind that door? The video was never explained. Hidden shadow. A hiker was out in the woods when he heard something that made him freeze. Slowly, a dark shadow peeked from behind a tree. It was creepy, like something straight out of a nightmare, and he was sure it was a demon. But as he stood there, too scared to move, the shadow just watched him, almost like it was too shy to approach. Trying to muster some courage, he stepped closer. But before he could blink, the shadow disappeared without a trace. Was it real, or was it just his mind playing tricks on him in the silence of the woods? Jinn encounter. The Jinn, a spirit made of fire and air, can shapeshift and stir chaos. It's been spotted for centuries, but one guy claims he caught it on camera in his own backyard. While exploring a creepy, abandoned spot near his home, he saw something that froze him in his tracks. A tall, dark figure stood on the road, its red, glowing head standing out against the night. His heart raced as fear set in, but his instincts kicked in, and he bolted, running as fast as he could. Honestly, it was probably the best choice. Who knows what would have happened if he stayed? Creepy walrus. Back in 2015, a chilling video called Obey the Walrus started making its rounds on the dark web. It showed a person covered in makeup and jewelry, dancing in a weird, trance-like state. At first, it just seemed odd, but soon rumors spread, claiming that watching it brought bad luck. Some even said it was made by a secretive Latin American cult, selling it through the dark web. What makes it so disturbing is that no one knows who made it or why it exists. The video's origin remains a mystery, and the unsettling vibes still linger. Chased by unknown. A woman was out walking her dog when she felt like someone was tailing them. At first, she brushed it off as paranoia, but then she decided to start recording, and that's when everything turned terrifying. When she looked back, a tall, dark figure was sprinting toward them. Panic set in as she raced to get away, clutching her dog close, knowing something was wrong. She didn't want to stick around to find out what it was, but now she's convinced it had to be Bigfoot. Some things are better left unknown. Witch in shadows. This creepy video was filmed during a carnival game where 3 girls were hanging out and having fun. One of them was recording, capturing the moment. But then, out of nowhere, a 4th woman appeared next to them. And let me tell you, she wasn't just some random person. She looked like a witch. She sat there silently, not moving at all. Then, just as quickly as she showed up, she vanished, leaving behind nothing but the eerie footage. What the girls witnessed still haunts viewers, leaving everyone wondering who or what they really saw that day. Real zombie. This video, posted back in 2013, has been a real mystery ever since. A guy with strange, creepy hands and feet is seen wandering the woods while recording a tutorial on how to weatherize a hole. People started guessing what it could be. Some thought it was a zombie out in the wild. But the truth came out when someone realized it was from Alan Tutorials, a YouTube channel known for weird and random tutorials. Some even wonder if the guy making the videos had gotten so strange that he ended up living alone in the woods. Red Room. This creepy video shows a woman sitting in a dark room, eating something. After a while, she starts making frantic gestures toward the camera, signaling that she's running out of food and water. Her panic is clear as she tries to ask for help, but then, out of nowhere, a loud bang echoes from the door. Everything goes silent. The video cuts off right there, leaving people shocked and uneasy. Many believe it's from a notorious red room, but no one knows for sure. The mystery remains, making it even more unsettling. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. Guys, have you ever come across those seriously messed up videos lurking on YouTube's dark side? I found one that's pure nightmare fuel. Look at this girl, totally freaked, whispering it's coming towards her dark hallway. You can't see anything at first, just this heavy, scary feeling. Then, the camera view twists completely, like it is staring right at us. This shadowy, ghost-like figure flickers for a second, then back to the girl, eyes squeezed shut, like she knows it's game over. That helpless, slowly coming for you vibe gave me instant chills. What's the absolute creepiest thing you've ever seen online? Let's swap stories, but maybe keep those lights on, just in case. See you next time.